Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie and this is Eve's Rising Tarot. And I am going to do a message from Spirit, guidance through whatever it is that you're experiencing right now that is challenging you, that is, you have more of a greater sense of awareness that it's happening right now and possibly you're trying to navigate through it. It's a general reading, so you'll know right away if it resonates with you and if it doesn't. So keep that in mind as you listen and always use your intuition in discerning what's meant for you and what's not. And let's get into it. Tell me a little bit about you, who I'm connecting with in this collective. Who am I connecting with right now? You're a seeker, and so we have three of wands. So kind of touching on what I had said before. Somebody who feels something within, somebody who has connected with a path forward and some sort of inspiration or an idea within. And you're learning how to recognize and create it. And what is it that's come to you specifically? We have the Seven of Swords, so possibly someone who has not spoken their truth, hidden their truth, kept their truth to themselves in hopes that it would prevent conflict or it would upset someone or somebody. I'm drawn to the fox in this image, so it feels like there is an intelligence and a strategy behind it. Those that are around you suspect that you are keeping something from them, that you're not speaking truth of everything. And then we have the Eight of Cups. So it feels, in some sense, you have recently or are in the midst of walking away from something that has left you unfulfilled. A path that led you down a direction and you followed it, and you appear to have received or arrived at the end of the destination. So, and there's an awareness that continuing down this path will no longer serve you. Or it hasn't served you in a long time, and you're at a stage in your life where you are ready to walk away and to walk towards something you can't see, something that is uncomfortable. And in this walking away, there is a sadness, there's disappointment, possibly where that path that you were walking away from had led you, maybe confusion, but there is an understanding that it is no longer your path. And being that it's cups, it could be walking away from friends, family, a way of, interacting with people, romantically, friendship, whatever the case may be. You've walked away from this thing that no longer fulfills, and you've turned your gaze inward to tap into and to listen to that subtle flow that's been tugging on you. You're finally tapping into and hearing it, recognizing it, thinking how can I follow this path? What can I do to take my life away from that path I just walked away and down this new one that feels scary and uncomfortable, but that feels right. And this keeping quiet about that could be you essentially strategizing and working towards this in silence. daring to keep quiet, I'm hearing. You don't want the input of those around you to taint or to bring judgment or energy that does not serve this purpose and this mission you're about to embark on. Let's see. What is the archetypal energy that you are operating from right now, or that you're stepping into, having walked away from this experience that was no longer fulfilling, or this way of life that was no longer fulfilling, and walking towards this Three of Wands? This willingness to step down into a new path, into uncharted territory, and start something new that feels right, a knowingness within. Let's see. So we have Anima, Animus, and Poet. And one of them has unclothed individuals, so we'll block their bottom. And then the Poet. So I want to read. The Poet has come out before, so you may be somebody that I've connected with the energy of before in previous readings. Let's see. I'll read the first one. The anima and animus, or the male within female and the female within male, represent a union of opposites, a marriage of day and night, black and white. Once united, they gradually straighten our drunken lopsidedness. When our left and right spheres learn to speak to one another, logic and intuition come together and evolve a deeper perception, allowing us to think and feel with cohesion. The persona, she and he, are bound together in a chemical wedding, equal partners within a single form, encompassing not just their converse faces, but all the shades and variations that exist between their polarities. Together they are far more than the sum of their parts, or the mere symbol of yin and yang. They are the embodiment of cohesion and harmony. The golden sun and silver moon pursue higher callings. Language as poetry, math as pattern, the elegant dance of body and soul, the high art of listening, eye contact, the ways of touching, timing, and reading of emotion, and kindness for its own sake. The anima and animus are lovers with a bond beyond mere carnality. Through the prism of their fused halves, light is redirected to create a new spectrum of color that will reveal the trapdoor between our conscious and unconscious mind. This sounds like a unification of the divine feminine and masculine within. Perhaps the feminine within was suppressed or not equal and balanced in its contribution in the way you operate. You could be somebody that has been very logical and rational and sensical in your approach to both things of that nature as well as emotional experiences in your life, and it hasn't served you. So walking away from a way of being could be that, and vice versa. You could be, depending on, what resonates, somebody who has operated from an overly emotional state without logic and sense to bring it and ground it and to balance it out. For some reason, I'm hearing hopeless romantic. Stepping forward, grounding, connecting with balance within, feels like the convergence that you're at. Leaving the old, a recognition that the old way was unsatisfying. It wasn't bringing you happiness. In fact, it was keeping you halted in progress and life and love and joy and experience. Stepping into new potential and an opportunity to create a life that feels more true and authentic to what speaks to your soul. Okay, the poet. The poet lets his imagination run free. His words concentrate and distill, making visible the ethereal, bringing focus to beauty and inviting us to pause and consider. An elegant romantic, he merges a rich experience with the unexpected, synthesizing the essence of every moment, making the world more vibrant. His words help you filter through your thoughts and feelings in order to reveal your most noble self. The persona of this archetype. The poet is a tower repeatedly struck by lightning. Icarus slung from his battlements to fall or fly. He is a distiller of word and image, a lyricist and champion of higher ideals beautifully wrapped in string and rice paper. A poet repeatedly struck by lightning. This feels like the tower in the tarot. So somebody who is constantly having revelations of the ways in which they are operating that no longer serve. Somebody who has a greater sense of awareness and takes these experiences that knock them off their feet and shake the ground underneath them and break down the walls of everything they believed. And they take these as opportunities to fly, to grow, to learn. The poet will never let anything become ordinary, and through his eyes you will see the greatest of spiral galaxies set within the smallest of seashells. He is searching for the quiet truths, fiercely hacking away at the tarmac in the weeds, attempting to reveal the peace hidden beneath the city's sidewalks. We require poets and artists to keep it from stagnating, but such unconventional thinking threatens the status quo. Or why else would teachers and parents instruct children to be wary of their dreams and urges? Why else have we been taught to shut down our creative dreams and outpourings, settling instead for pennies and pale strokes? Each day we must fight not for power or wealth, but for the words and marks that articulate the sharp taste of our existence. Bringing beauty into life through the unique and authentic channel which your creativity and your purpose flows. So these are the energies that you are stepping into. Stepping away from the structured, and this kind of feels like more in alignment with it, right? Stepping away from the structured masculine energy of rules and societal expectations, and this is how it's done, this is how it's always been done, and stepping into a new way of feeling the way that is said right. The inner compass, the inner guidance that tells you the absolute truth of the way to navigate forward. There's something higher grabbing your attention, and you are connecting with it. You have connected with it, and you're looking deeper. How can you bring beauty to this existence through a way that is a sacred contract within? Something that you are meant to always do and to follow and to align with in your existence here. A path that will help you to remember your authentic soul signature. Okay. And it feels with this, the Eight of Cups, there is sadness in the walking away. It's with a heavy heart, and it's not an easy thing to do, to walk away from this way of being that has been home and comfort and your way of existing for so long. It's taking a turn down a road that you've never been down. There's excitement in this choice, but there is a heaviness and a strong pull to stay in this comfortable stagnation, this comfortable misery, this comfortable emptiness that always reminds you that there is something greater for you. Tell me about what the collective is walking away from with this Eight of Cups and stepping into. with creative inspiration and soul purpose. Tell me about this Eight of Cups. Escapism. Number 24 could be relevant. And also within the image of this person is a tower. In some way, you've been walking down a path that allowed you to turn the cheek to experience, emotional experience brought about through other people. You hid behind this tower of escapism, this way of life. And also so right here, there is a tower, right? And I was looking at these stacked cups in the shape of a tower, right? This person is hiding behind the tower. This person has come from out behind the tower and they are ready to walk away, to walk forward towards something more fulfilling, something that brings some semblance of purpose and some feeling in the heart. And this feels like also simultaneously confirming or clarifying this Seven of Swords energy of keeping quiet, right? Hiding behind a tower of possibly materialism, material worth or pursuits, or, egoic ways of approaching life and people as if they are replaceable like a pair of pants. This tower didn't have to crumble for you. It looks like you peeked around it and you saw it. Something showed it to you. Something illuminated this blocking energy within you, this way that your mind is wired, and you're seeing it now. You're seeing the imbalance. And it feels very similar in the colors to these people as well, like the blue and the yellow. More balanced. And you may not be in a balanced state yet, but you are, there is a knowingness that you are walking towards it. That the path you're taking is taking you or bringing you closer to experiencing life and people and connections in a way that is foundationally how you used to do it, or how you were, how you would like to interact. So stepping out from behind the tower, no longer escaping and hiding or avoiding these experiences, grounding in the experience, allowing it to come and to flow through your heart, and not get stuck in the heart space and creating blockages. So beautiful. And I want to get a little more insight through this. So there will be a lot of reading in here, but I feel like I just felt called to use these decks. They just felt right, and that they had messages that needed to be spoken. Okay. What would you like to say to the collective? What do they need to be aware of? Visions of life beyond death. More birds above the head in both of these. this energy you're stepping into. A poet's mind of, contemplating death. What does that mean? What is it? What happens when we die? These sort of things. A higher perspective. Number 44 could be relevant. Okay, we're going to read from this one. Let's see. Okay, visions of life beyond death. And I don't know if you could see this well. Let's see. Sacred vision is awakening within you. You are becoming blessed with the ability to truly see. To see what is real rather than what appears to be. This is true insight. What was once considered consequential may soon be found to hold little consequence after all. What was once dismissed as irrational or irrelevant, I cannot say this, irrelevance, may be seen to have great spiritual significance. As mundane as something once appeared, it could now be worthy of absolute attention. The gift of genuine vision takes you into the being of the universal creator. This is sacred territory, beyond logic, convention, and that which is limited in any way. The more you are, or the more open you are to receiving true vision, the more love you will feel and recognize within and around you. Something may appear to change form, to be shed, to be lost, or to die, but there is love within it always. This realization doesn't remove the pain of the loss. It does not, or it does provide a way through which it can be healed and eventually transformed into peace. The vision of love, the truth of all that is, can move us more than anything else possibly can. If you have been wondering about your life path or whether you should take action on a project, or you need inspiration to really move you out of a slump you have fallen into, then this oracle brings you a message of hope. You will receive your vision. You will receive your vision. You will be graced with a way out of the stagnancy. You will be able to see things differently and more accurately. Any confusion or uncertainty you have felt is going to pass, and you will be left with clear insight. The stories you have been feeding yourself or telling yourself may end up looking different to how they appear now. This may surprise you, but the vision that is coming to you will be more truthful and therefore freeing. It will be worth the shock, surprise, or the moment of embarrassment when you realize you have been operating under a false assurance or deluding yourself about the truth of a situation. Those moments will pass, and they are not something to feel bad about. They signify that you are leaving behind a smaller view for a more expansive one. They are a sign that you have outgrown your old vision in order to live in a bigger one. This is expansion. This is good. There might be a moment when your ego feels a bit dented, but sure enough, that too will pass. This oracle comes with additional guidance for you. You are watched over by life and held in protection. Whatever has been bothering you will not be able to harm you. You will prevail. If you are concerned that someone is getting away with something or blocking your path, and it seems there is something you can do about it, don't worry. The all-seeing eye of life perceives everything without exception. It is the universal mother with eyes not only in the back of her head, but in every living cell of life itself. She misses nothing. And the truth of her vision will always be met with justice, mercy, and wisdom. This oracle is also asking you to shift your perspective and look at an issue of concern a little differently. If you don't know how to do this, simply add the following statement to the end of the healing process below. I call upon the universal eye to show me the most helpful way to see the situation of concern now. In shifting how you look at things, the energy in what is beheld changes. You can see this with people. When you shame and judge someone, they react differently to when you are loved and when they are loved and encouraged. They may succeed nonetheless, but the journey to that success will be different. Looking at something through the eyes of love rather than fear can help us find our way more quickly, easily, and enjoyably. This oracle comes with the additional message that your ability to perceive is expanding into truth. Your ability to be inspired and see the light in all things is unfolding. It must be nourished in your heart with loving acceptance because you are going to help others through your vision, your art, and how you choose to be in the world, which is this 3 of Wands. The healing process below will help you accept and anchor this developing gift. The healing process. Say aloud, I now release any fear I have associated with seeing truth, with seeing beyond the veil of illusion, or with my inner vision opening up from my heart, mind, and body. I release any wounding I have received in relation to what I have witnessed at any time, especially where it is based in the fearful responses of others. I ask that my vision be restored to its fullness through compassion and unconditional love. So be it. Close your eyes. Imagine love pouring down from the universe straight into your head, reaching beyond your eyes and feeling really good. And I'm in that I'm getting a vision. If you've ever seen what is it, The Lord of the Rings, the one with a dragon, The Desolation of Smaug. When they if anyone hasn't seen that, I'm sorry, spoilers, but there is a part where they pour molten gold onto the head of that dragon, and that's how I'm seeing it. Let this white light come down as if it's a molten metal of brilliant, bright, white, blinding light. In your vision, make it as vivid and dense and bright as you can. Let's see. When you have had enough of this, simply open your eyes and imagine you can breathe or exhale any excess energy gently out through them. Then you have finished your healing process. And that's a beautiful message. And I was journaling the other day because I am definitely part of the collective and the collectives of experience that I connect with. So I felt called to kind of build this reading around this prayer that felt like a channeled message and guidance that I felt compelled to share, and everything aligned up with this, with the cards that came out. So I am going to read that to you to close this out, and hopefully it will help you to feel not so alone in your experience, and to find peace and comfort in knowing that collectives like the one you and I are part of, we all have similar experiences, even though life can fool us into thinking we're alone. It's simply not true. Okay. Oh, let's see. This morning my energy is coursing, not quite chaotic through me, but feels very much so uneasy. There is a foreign feel to it, not of me, but calling attention to it. A need to feel and recognize, to work through by feeling it. What has been stirred up within? Where does it come from? What well of deep experience bred it, birthed it? And why did my heart shield it from me? Am I evolved and fortified to a sufficient level to process it at this time? Why now? What is special about this time that it should surface now? A fear that is buried so far down in the subconscious that I can't even consciously recognize the emotion for its truth. Guide me through this revelation. Help me see truth. I am open, ready to truly see. I am receptive to truly feel. Show me the way to heal this and to let it flow through my heart. May I act with courage. May I feel with deep compassion for myself. May I open my eyes to see fully and truly this energy and experience. I am supported divinely, unconditionally. I know this. I trust. Amen. And I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope it connects with you in some way that helps you to see the path that is before you and helps to illuminate something that you need to see right now to help you move forward. And I'm going to leave the reading there. We'll talk to you guys soon. I'm sending you all so much love.